The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have lost to the Green Bay Packers with a final score being the Packers 14, the Buccaneers 12. And folks, this was a very meh game throughout pretty much 3/4 of the contest. Then things got pretty interesting at the end. The Buccaneers had a touchdown and almost had a chance to tie up the game, but they did not convert the 2-point conversion at the end of the game, and they now fall to 2-1 on the season. First thing I want to say is the defense played lights out. I mean lights out in the second half. I mean, everybody was contributing. You even had guys like Deidrin Senate going out there and making some big plays in run defense. I really feel like Deidrin Senate, by the way, might be a guy the Buccaneers decide to keep on their active roster moving forward. He definitely made a point to make a couple of plays in this game. Mike Edwards had a good job tackling throughout the game. You had Levante David make a couple of plays. Devin White had a couple of plays. I believe you actually had Jamel Dean with an interception, I believe. No, he almost had an interception, but it was called back due to a penalty. You had Logan Ryan with an interception, I believe, was who it was. So the defense was great. They had a little bit of a rough start, gave up 2 touchdowns through two drives to start off the game for the Bucs, but after that, the defense really was fantastic. They are not the reason the Buccaneers lost this game. I would say, if anything, the reason the Buccaneers lost this game was due to offensive inefficiency, and I think at this point, you've got to be somewhat concerned, a little concerned. This is the 3rd game in a row the Buccaneers offense has been held to 20 points or less. The 3rd contest in a row. And look, to be fair, the Buccaneers were without Mike Evans, they were without Chris Godwin, and they were without Julio Jones in this game. But guys needed to step up. Russell Gage needed to step up. And yes, he did have a touchdown at the end of the game, but he had a very costly fumble in Packers territory that really shifted some of the momentum for the game when the Buccaneers were rolling on offense. A similar thing with Brashad Perriman. He had a couple of nice plays in this game, but he also had a costly fumble in Packers territory that shifted the momentum for the game. We barely saw guys like Scotty Miller and Jalen Darden. Didn't really see any of Kalen Geiger at all, I believe. And then Cole Beasley even got a couple of targets. Cam Brate also got a few targets thrown his way as well. I think he did some decent things receiving. The Buccaneers should be using him more in the passing game, but man, oh man, some of the guys who needed to step up the wide receiver room did not, unfortunately, and it was an unfortunate thing to see. Guys were struggling to get separation. Some of the backup guys like Scotty Miller, a little bit of Jalen Darden, and the guys who were able to make a couple of plays in Perriman and Gage both had some costly fumbles in Packers territory. So the offense was struggling. I wouldn't 1,000% put this game on Brady. He still had a pretty good day in terms of accuracy. Did have a couple of 100 yards and a touchdown in there as well. But receivers have got to step up, man. Point blank, simple as that. Receivers have got to step up and make plays, not have a drop here or there, not have a costly fumble here or there. Guys got to step up, and they didn't do that in this game against the Packers. The running game was pretty non-existent as well. Unfortunately, the Buccaneers were down early and didn't really rely on the running game too much throughout the contest, which I thought was not great. The offensive line struggled in the first half. Brandon Walton struggled a little bit, as well as Luke Gedeke, but in the second half, I thought that they showed a lot of good improvement. They were able to really buckle down and really have some good blocking in the second half, so that was a positive thing to see there. But again, you got to start talking about this offensive inefficiency concerns. You've got to start talking about, red zone inefficiency and all these other different types of things. It's something that you've got to talk about now because the Bucs are still not getting touchdowns. They still have to settle for field goals, and you can't do that against the good teams, point blank, simple as that. It's, something you've got to talk about. It's something you've got to bring up. Maybe play calling might be an issue in that as well. I want your guys' thoughts and opinions on this as well in the comment section below because, again, 3rd game in a row here where the offense has just shown not much in the way of consistency and efficiency. So what's the fix there? What needs to be improved on that? Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions because I would love to hear it. You're not going to win a game when you punt a football 6 times, folks. That's just how it is. And the Buccaneers defense tried. I mean, they have been trying so stinking much through 3 weeks. They've been playing some phenomenal football, but offense has got to complement them more. Offense has got to step up more, and we'll see if they'll be able to do that going into this next matchup versus the Kansas City Chiefs. But folks, that's it for this, review here. The defense, I thought, looked pretty darn good. The offense has got to improve. Some of those receivers that needed to step up in this game did in some ways, but didn't in other ways as well. So hopefully some guys can get healthier. Guys like Godwin, guys like Jones, and Evans coming back from suspension, obviously. And things can start to improve on offense once a lot of people are getting healthy. Donovan Smith thrown in there as well. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.